Ugh. Talk amongst yourselves. Come on, baby. Second time's a charm. And we are off. Apologies for the bump start. In the process of my last video going live, the start motor has decided to shit itself. So I can no longer conventionally start the SV. I've got to bump start it. But yes, welcome back to the channel, you horrible lot. I hope everyone's as splendid as I am today. I'm just going to start this video with a massive thank you. The previous video that went live last week, to everyone who's liked, commented, responded to the video, has been super positive. It's had such a warm welcome to the channel. That video has done more than what I thought it was going to be. Over 4,000 views in 3 days, and is the reason that I am now over 1,000 subscribers, which is, I mean, yeah, I don't even know. It's mental in my mind that you lot would subscribe and listen to me drivel on about stuff that, you know, I don't really have much clue about, other than riding like a yob. But it is muchly appreciated, and I am over the moon that this channel has now grown to what it is. You know, we're up over 1,000 subscribers. The videos are flying. I've got people coming into my Instagram and messaging me from there. They're saying that they've watched the video, they love it, blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm just, the response I've got from that last video of me buying this SV has been mental, which in turn has now led me to make the decision that the bike is going to stay. It'd be silly not to. It's had such a good response, and the more I've been riding it, I've put about 1,200 miles on it now. The more I ride it, the more I genuinely really do enjoy it. So he ain't going nowhere. Oh, it's starting to rain. So to all of my new subscribers, welcome. You know, I'm buzzing that you've taken the time to subscribe and interact with me, comment, and, you know, have your say on the bike and stuff. It was really well received. To old subscribers, thank you for sticking along with me. I know I've been, you know, 50 videos in 3 years isn't that many, but enough about that, because we are here to talk about the SV again. It was so well received last week that, as I just said, I've done over 1,000 miles on the bike now. I've got a pretty good idea how the bike rides, how it feels mechanically, you know, what the bike is like. So I just thought I'd give a little, like, sort of first month 1,000 mile personal review of what I think of this bike. I'm not going to go into facts and figures, that's not me. I basically just want to talk about how this bike feels, what I think is good about it, what I think is bad, and just give you my own personal view on this SV. For me, this bike doesn't feel 24 years old. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's done 91,000 miles. It's super smooth, the gearbox is responsive, the throttle's responsive, everything feels tight and how it should be. That does probably come down to the fact that it has just had a load of work done, to be fair, but at the same time, it is 24 years old. The way this bike rides in general, how it handles, is sublime. It genuinely is a joy to ride in the corners. The power delivery is ample. There's enough low down torque that you are just going to pull yourself out of any corner like that, and you can just hang it into a corner, not really worry about it. She's going to get you around it. You know, even in today's standards, this bike is still a very powerful bike for what it is. It's got a lot of grunt to it. And very much like my Ninja, if you want to squeeze every ounce of power out of it, you can, and you can have fun on it. These bigger bikes where you've got 1,000cc and 150 brake, yeah, brilliant. They can do 200 miles in a straight line. But unless you're like Valentino Rossi, around these roads, you aren't opening that bike up past third gear, and you're not going full throttle anywhere, because it's not possible. The roads are too small and tight and windy. Whereas this, because you can squeeze all of the power out of it, it's a little bit more forgiving. Riding position, really comfy. It is quite sporty, but you are quite upright. But I'm not getting any aches or pains. My wrists don't hurt. My shoulders, my back, I've not found it uncomfortable yet, and I do suffer with an old man's body at the age of 32. The looks of the bike, for me, at first I wasn't a fan. I couldn't really quite make out what they were trying to do with the design of it, but now I've got it and I've owned it and I've parked it up and I've looked at it in different scenarios, in different places, I actually think it is a really good looking bike. It's got, you know, an old school design, but it still looks quite good in today's face value. Should we do another little pull? Should we let's just appreciate the power. Oh, oh my god. It is genuinely so quick. It's such a nice bike. Oh, I love it. And because it's an older bike, I'm not going to be too precious with it. If it was like showroom condition, then yeah, different story, but it's not, and it is a £500 beta, and it is going to do a job. Oh, we're going left for some country roads. Country roads. Windy. Oh, my throttle's coming off. Oh no, the rain's here. The rain has started. So far in the 1,000 miles I've done, I've not really got many negatives, to be fair. There isn't really much you can dislike about it. It's a 20-year-old sports bike that still goes like the clappers, handles well, and is cheap to repair. I was looking at parts, because obviously the starter motor has shit itself. Starter motor's like 38 quid, and what, 2 bolts, and it goes on. I think that's probably another great positive, is the fact that these older bikes are so easy to work on and maintain that you can just do it at home. You know, you haven't really got to be a full-on mechanic. They're not hard bikes to work on. So yeah, negative wise, there's not really a lot to say about it, other than obviously it's got no technology, but that's because it's 24 years old. The clutch on this exact bike isn't the best, but I think that's just purely because of the stubby levers and how it's set up. I think it just needs adjusting. Other than that, there's not really much more to report on the bike. Even, I put the lights on, my full beam started working as well. So the bike has somehow managed to fix itself. All in all, I just think it's a cracking bike, I genuinely do. You know, and actually, a bit off topic, but for someone who's just passed their motorbike test, looking for a first big bike, something like this is perfect. It's easy to ride, it handles lovely. It's got more than enough power than most modern bikes. It's as quick as most modern bikes, so you're not going to feel out of place, and it still looks good, and it's cheap to run. You know, the fuel, like I said in the last video, 213 odd miles before the fuel light started flashing. It's insane. Yeah, I can't knock it. I just really can't. And as a bike to ride, it's as good as anything I've owned or ridden. Do you know what I mean? It just is insanely nice. If you want to go and buy one, go and buy one. You won't be disappointed. But on that note, it is raining, so I am going to get my ass home. Apologies, it's a bit of a quick video. This was just quite a spontaneous one, riding home from work. Again, massive thank you to all old and new subscribers. If you've enjoyed this video, we give it a thumbs up, don't we? And if you're new watching here, hit subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this and you want to see more of this bike. And I'm going to catch you all in the next one. Ciao for now.